Hi guys, and welcome back to another Sonic Academy tutorial with me, Chris Nelly. We're continuing on with progressive trance, and in this one we're going to take a look at our main riff. So we're going to open up another instance of Anna, so Sonic Academy Sonic Synth. This is a 3 oscillator synth that we're going to quickly build because we have a lot to get through. So 4 voices on oscillator 1. Octave up, full velocity, little dab of detune, plenty of width, taking off the retrig. Oscillator 2, retrig off again. We want 2 voices, and again, a bit more detune, probably about 11 o'clock, full width. Then over to oscillator 3, and we're going to select Mega Saw 4 with 1 oscillator, bit of volume, and we need to key track that so it follows. We're not going to use oscillator 4, so the attack section. So let's go to filter type. We want parallel, we want 4-pole vintage, pulling our cut off, a little dab of resonance, sending some to the envelope and pulling back the key track, and then filter 2, little bit of cut off, pulling back what we send to the resonance and send it to the envelope, and 2-pole vintage. We want to make these envelopes linear, so let's have a listen. Let's change this. So sustain right down, decay, so a little bit more key track. Now we pull the cut off a little bit. Let's switch on the reverb and add a little dab of reverb. We just want to sort of, it's more like a reflection, as you would in a drum room. So quite a yeah, that's it. So create an empty region, and this, I like to play my stuff in. I like to sort of play across keyboards. I find it just easier. I've always played, and you just get those sort of off-kilter notes, you know. Probably not a great example of sounds. That I don't think you're going to get, you know, programming with a pencil. So I would encourage everybody to get the keyboards out and have a go. This main riff and these chords took a lot of work, and I think we went through about 5 iterations of chord sequences until we decided this is, you know, this is working, this is what it's right. Again, it's always searching and trying to find that extra 10% that you think that's good, that's different. So whilst we will run through this in about 4 minutes, it did take about 4 days to play around, to sort of leave it, keep coming back to it, checking things out, listening to other things, and then deciding, yep, that's us. So without me whittering on too much, let's quickly draw in some notes. We want D1, D2 and A, and on the 4th, and again on the 2nd, on the downbeat, and just before the off. So we're going to just extend Let's just copy these up. In fact, we'll get rid of these ones first and let's make a sort of long. In fact, sorry, before we do copy them up, let's get the note lengths right. So we want probably make those ones a little bit longer. And these ones. And I want to push that second last one. Just a bit more groovy. So let's copy up into a 4-bar pattern. And the chords that I settled on in the end were B minor up to an F, F sort of 5th, G, and then to an A sharp minor, A sharp major. So it was just a wee bit different, something we worked on. And they sequence the pattern then. So if we bring these up to an F, up to a G, A sharp. As you can hear, that is incredibly dull and really boring. So what we're going to do is to jazz it all up a bit. So I'm going to do a wee push on the second bar. And we need just another wee stab just in before we go to the third beat. And again on the last, we're going to do that push. And again add in that sort of rounding note that resolves it. Okay. Again, all very sort of plain sort of chords. So playing about on the keyboard, these are the notes that I came up with. See, I thought that was a really nice change, and it detracts from we're kind of just going up the keyboard, and those sort of notes detracted from that and made it sound a bit more interesting. So, sorry, this second line we're going to bring down to an F, and this top line we're going to bring down to the D sharp, and that brings us into this D sharp. And as you see, it's a really nice chord. And then for the last one, don't want to get in too sort of high and plunky, so we bring this down to the F, and this top line I'm going to lift up to the C. And that's our main riff in. We're going to work really hard in getting into the main riff, so it's a big, what we call a reveal. We don't want to just throw it out and just bring it in. We're going to do it in a breakdown in a really nice, sort of kind of interesting way, and we'll play about with these notes to introduce the riff in an interesting way. So in the next video we're going to create the pads.